Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is having a great Thursday. Well, today we're going to go back to this one. I got this from Let Me DIY and it's 36 by 36 and I just think it is so pretty. Just absolutely stunning. So hopefully it'll turn out as stunning as all this. But we're working right down here on this little flower right here. So, what is everybody up to? What's everybody else working on? Because, yeah, Laura just, strange week. I worked 3 days this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm done, and now I get 4 off. But those 3 days were just chaotic at best. I just don't know. I'm glad I got out of there last night. Gee, Manetly. We had to put the order away, and it was a mess. In between computer mess-ups and other things, I don't know. It's just been totally outrageous. Just outrageous. This is so small, it's kind of hard to hold it in one place. And it's too stiff, I can't get it into a hoop. So here we are. But I thought since it was small and nice and cute, that it would work just fine for today. I worked a little bit last night on the pink landscape. And I worked a little bit, not very much, on Louisa Cullimore. I keep adding a line, like it'll have like a line of pattern. So if I can just do a line of pattern, I don't have any set time period, but just every once in a while, it makes me feel like I'm getting some kind of progress on it. But it is so pretty and so nice to work on. And I can see the pattern. It's awesome. And it's one color, so, you know, I'm starting to lean towards these one-colored things. But every once in a while, I just need to have a change of pace and color. So this one, it's not, I mean, it might have a few places, but this is not confetti hell. You know, I have some that are really confetti hell. But, whoops. There's 3 oranges right there, so I gotta get past it. So yeah, we're not going anywhere, I don't think. Well, except for tomorrow night, we're supposed to be going to bingo, but I don't know if we'll get there or not. Depends on how my daughter feels. So, she's got to work Friday from 9 to 3:30, I think, on Friday. So, bingo starts at, well, 6 if you want to go there for dinner, because they have a dinner. You know, you can buy a dinner. I don't know. We've never done that, so I don't know how well that all works. So we just usually go for the bingo, and it's like 7 to 10, something like that, I think. So we'll see. Really? Here we are. You're up on your perch. Some days, that dog just drives me crazy. It's like she knows I'm occupied, so she's going to just try this and that. I hear a guy next door coughing, so that's what she's barking at. But usually I have the air conditioner running or, you know, music or whatever. She doesn't pay attention. She'll just lay there next to me while I'm stitching or watching a movie or whatever. Every once in a while she might woof, but I don't know. Lately it seems like if I get on my, to make a video, then she's just gotta pull things. Somebody was asking me about, what do you call it? The stitching with the sewing method, and they said they were having a hard time with the 14 count. Well, you might want to like practice on 11 count, and that way, you know, you'll know how it's supposed to look or whatever. But I do have more problems doing the sewing method on the 14 count than I do on 11 count. So, but I prefer stitching that way. This needle is awfully big. Now see, it's too big and it's an 11 count. I do have other needles here that I can swap out if I so desire. But this is kind of, I think it feels like, or seems like, I should say, that when you get the smaller ones, they have really thicker canvas. For some reason, I don't know why that is. You know, I mean, I guess, I don't know. But it does get broken down over time. So, yeah. I just haven't done a lot of this, so that's half the reason why it's being kind of balky here. I've watched a little bit of Floss Tube. Oh, did you hear? Hey! Just 1 minute, guys. Mom! They must be getting ready to go somewhere. Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. About Nicola Parkman's husband. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. He evidently fell and broke his neck in 2 parts, but he's going to be fine. I mean, evidently there's no paralysis. Well, you're not fine if you broke your neck in 2 places, but gee, Manetly, that would be horrible. Your mother's always saying, don't do so-and-so because you'll fall down and break your neck. Well, hello. Yeah, that's terrible. I always thought that was like a metaphor-ish thing. Not a metaphor, but you know what I mean. I've never heard of people falling down and breaking their neck. In 2 places, no doubt. It was horrible. Poor Nicole. And them 2 dogs, and I don't know, she just seems so frail. She's a little tiny bone thing. Well, I hope that he recovers quickly. I realize that if you do that, it's going to be a little bit of recovery. It's going to take a hot moment. I'm so sorry. So I hope he's fine, and God give her the strength to get through it, because recovery is, can't imagine. Okay, we're going to swap out that needle while we're at it. Hold that thought. We have a few to choose from. Let's use something with oops, just one, please. With a thinner eye. So nothing too exciting going on here. I'm so sorry. Haven't gotten anything in the mail. I've been checking the mail all this week. Of course, there was nothing on Monday because it was a holiday, but yeah, no, nothing. I would have thought that some of that stuff would have arrived. So we still got that to come with. I will check the mail today. Probably later on, because I know that they're busy and Had to put hand lotion on my hands. What the heck? My hands were so dried out, they kept snagging on the thread. And I usually don't have to use hand lotion this late, before winter. But I guess I was just doing so much cleaning or something at work that my hands got dry. I don't know. And it's been warm this week. Like, close to 90 every day. So, just been beautiful weather. And somebody asked me how I go sideways. I mean, it doesn't matter where you start. If I set it this way, I know that my first leg has to go in that direction, so I can just stitch. And I haven't turned anything. I usually just stitch across. You know what I mean? So I'm not changing it. If you turn it upside down, it's the same. Totally upside down. If I turn this upside down, like this, I would still stitch in the same way. Does that make any kind of sense? I hope. If you turn it a quarter turn and try to stitch the same way, it doesn't come out right. But if you turn it all the way around, because I was at the bottom, then you're still stitching in the same direction. And I try to pay attention to getting all my threads going in the same direction. So I hope that explained that. I didn't know how to explain that in answer to somebody's question. It's a little difficult. But I do try to pay attention to making everything in the right direction. And still all going the same. So no matter where you start, it should be fine. They got these oranges mixed up in here, and it's a little difficult to see. See, there's 2 oranges right there, I think. Now, if I really wanted to look, I can look on my little graph. It's kind of tiny. If you want, you could, whoops, where's the bird? Okay, here we go. So I'm right in here, and it shows you what colors are what. So, see, there's 3 orange right there, and then there's that orange on the other side. And this key on this side is the same on this graph. So you don't have to look for a different symbol. Some of them are horrible. I was watching Ava stitching with the stitching in the interlake. Hello, I could just talk. And I was shocked. She got 2 kits from Meon, and that's MEIAN, off of AliExpress. And Meon, they're like the epitome. They're kind of like Joy Sunday. You know, they have diamond paint. Well, not that Joy Sunday has diamond paintings, but they have Meon has diamond paintings and cross stitch. But when she got those kits, they weren't even put on these cards. I was shocked, because I don't know what happened. I guess every once in a while something goes awry, and I haven't bought anything from Meon in a long time. But if that's the way they're going to do their kits and I have to put it on the thing, oh heck, no. I want to be able to be ready to stitch and just go. But I couldn't believe that that's the way their kit was. That was just freaky for me. Because I've been ordering stuff from them for, God, 3 or 4 years at least. Since I started diamond painting. And everything's been right down the line. That's where I got my Great Wall of China diamond painting. And I believe that's also where I got, well, it's not the 12, it's the Jing Jing ladies or whatever, the geisha women. They call it Chinese. But I got it in a diamond painting from them. So, I don't know what's up with that. But it's irritating. Nope, there's some more of those orange. Kind of go around because it's really close to the same color there. I started to do the black background, but yeah, I thought kind of like to see a flower completed or something. That black background gets to be kind of boring after a while. That's why I have to do it a little bit at a time. I have the thread all out, so maybe I'll work on that today and finish that up. At least, you know, through that one thread of black. And it does come with an extra, there we go, rope of black to work on the background. And this isn't very big. I mean, this, oh heck, I couldn't find my, the pattern itself is only like 11.5. Excuse me, that is a little over 29 centimeters. So it's not too big. It's about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller than my yin and yang. I don't know what it was. Oh, it says 36 by 36. So, yep, there's 36 and it's 14 inches, so it's a little bit smaller than my yin and yang. But I sat here last night and stitched for about 2 hours and just zoned out working on Louisa Cullimore. Now today I'm working on this other part. I'm not real happy with it, but it's just kind of hard to count. So we'll have a hot moment with it. But it'll be fine. I just have to go slower. I've had to back up a couple times. It's one thing about 28 count in me is I don't go as fast as I do on Ada. Ada seems to go a little bit faster, but I make more mistakes on Ada because I am going faster than on the 28 count. You have to pay attention to, because I'm stitching two strands of thread over 2, so it takes it a moment. I have to go back and get that one pink line, but we're good. We're good. And the 11 count is not making it really hard. Half of it was the needle. So once I changed needles, that was good. I just keep saving them every time I get a kit, and I open up a kit. I put all the excess. Oh, that's threaded, actually. And so is that one. The excess needles just here on my little tomato. And that way I don't lose them. I don't know. I was watching Fiber Talk last night, and Gary Parr was talking about how he wanted a needle book. Where am I going to put that needle book? I mean, I have a container that I keep all my needles in that I got from the thrift store. And I keep all of my needles in here. And that way the actual packs are right there. But I keep I'm not one to, okay, I'm not going to work on that, so I take the needle and put it away. No, I know. I probably should, but I just never do. I just leave the needle with it. It's probably not a good practice, people, but, you know, hey. It is what it is. So, but I have no place or use for a needle book. I think they're cute. And somewhere in all my crap, somewhere, is a little needle book. I remember 100 years ago, back when I was in, like, grade school, middle school, I got this kit, and there was, like, 3 things in it. 3 or 4 things in it. I don't remember. And it was all things done in felt. So you just, you know, the pieces were actually cut out. And there was stuff that was cut for a needle book. And you just, and it, like on the outside cover, you had to use a chain stitch to write the word needles. So it was probably, when it was all done together, it was maybe about that big. But you had to do the blanket stitch around the outside of the 2 pieces of felt to kind of hold it all together. And then it had so on the inside is where you'd stick your needles. But I don't know where it's at right now. Can't even begin to tell you. It might be in my trunk. I have no idea. Haven't seen it in years. But that was, and I don't remember what the other projects were, you know, or anything about it. It was just some little kit, and all the, I don't know if you had to cut out, because the needle book had like scalloped edge around it, kind of, sort of. I don't know if it had been printed on, you know, and you just cut around it, and then you stitched. But I've done many a blanket stitched things. I used to blanket stitch on all my little quilts. I don't know where they're at either. They've gotten lost in the wars too. Or I've given them away. But, yeah. But I don't think it's too hard to do, you know, if you do it all out of felt. But I just have no use for a needle book, because I don't go anywhere, you know. I mean, my daughter won't let me stitch in the car while we're, like, on our big trips. She thinks I'm going to stab the needle into my hand or something, I guess. I have no idea. So I color when we're in the car. And then when I'm where we have to be, then we're usually visiting with people, or her and I are running around. Yeah, no, not happening. But I just don't have a need for a needle book. I was going to go to the thrift store today, but I changed my mind. I just not in the mood to go looking. It's been kind of a letdown. They haven't had a lot of things. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's so cute. It says Grumbridge Bedford, England on the bottom. So I'm assuming there was probably some kind of tea in there. It's such a pretty little thing. And it matches my, it needs to be cleaned out, but my blue willow thing. But I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, but it's cute. I just love it. Just beautiful. I collect all different kinds of tins. You saw I got that rounded one. And if I put things in it, then I never know what's in there, you know, and like close the lid. So it wouldn't do to put like extra thread or anything. God knows we have extra thread. Then I can't see what's in it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just use it as decoration and set it someplace. We'll see. We'll see. That light pink is going to be really pretty against that black, isn't it? This whole thing will just stand right out. Okay, I'm going to leave this thread here, and we're going to go get that orange. Orange X is 22. What's the other orange? 19. I need a little piece of 19 and 19, because I don't want to get too much thread out. So I'll just take one of these strands, and I only have to do like 4, 8, about 12 stitches. So I'm not taking it off the card. I'm just going to cut a piece. Now, whether that's the right or wrong thing to do, that's what I'm doing. Because that way I don't get it all out and then go, okay, what's that color? What color is that? I hate that. Drives me crazy. So we're just going to cut us a piece and leave the rest on the card. Molly would be all disappointed that we're not going nowhere today. I didn't sleep well the night before, and last night I went to bed about 1 o'clock. I had to quit. I had to stop myself from stitching because I knew I'd screw it up, you know. You know how it goes. You think you're doing so well, and then something happens. So we're just going to come up here. Maybe. And I've just been disappointed in the thrift store. I haven't found anything too exciting. I like it when I find thread and material and stuff like that. And very rarely do they have like estate sales and stuff. So I don't get access to those. I had a lot more in Kansas. But I would spend some money at estate sales. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm pretty bad. Especially auctions. Oh God, I'm just not allowed to go to an auction anymore. I can't control myself. I don't know where that piece came from. Yes, I had the needle in my mouth. It was on a string, so we can get it back, right? I know. Now, this doesn't have any back stitching. It's just straight cross stitch. But if you wanted to, you could probably go around these flowers. You know, you can do whatever you want, really. It's just a guide. It's a pretty colored pink. It's kind of a medium salmon color. if you will. Ouch. I should have the stupid thimble on my bottom finger because I keep stabbing myself. Some days, I'm telling you, I just shouldn't stitch. Just go do something else. But I can't. I have to stitch every day because I like to stitch. But some days are worse than others. I'm horrible with the 28 count needles. Because I stab myself all the time with them. Gets a little hard to put these extra stitches in when everything's around it. That's why I got out my thimble. And if I used it, not very much. Oh, I try to use it. See, I'm used to using that thimble at the top, and I think that's why these are not working out for me. I have just the amount of hole that I started with. So, I don't know. We'll see. I have some different ones coming. I know, we've had this thimble discussion before, so I won't go over it again. It's like, quit complaining about it, Laura, and just do something. And go get something else. Alright, see? So that worked, and don't have that much left over. In fact, there's enough here I could probably do. Let's see. Well, maybe not. I thought I had more than that. But, see, I only got out a little bit. And this next one, number 22. 22, that's a yellow. Oh, it's the center of the flower, I see. So we've only got like 5, I'm trying to count. 5 stitches, so we won't get too much. Just enough. That should be plenty. That way I don't get a whole strand out. I just can't see it. Any other time, yes, I would have gotten out an entire strand just to do those stitches. But we're just going to do this little part. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this yellow after I get it in there. Perhaps. We'll see. See what happens. Maybe it'll show up in between all them pinks. After I get my fat fingers out of there. We'll see. Come on. Oh yeah, it's gonna show up. Oh crap, come on. Come on. There we go. Now it doesn't say, you could have used French knots if you wanted to, but it doesn't, it's not that kind of a flower. It just has that little, I don't know if you can see that, little bit of yellow right there in the middle of it. That's it. Right, we got that flower done. One down, 20 million to go here. Oh, goodness. thread off of there. To finish that, they're too far to go for that next part of pink, so we're just going to finish up those. We'll have this little area kind of done and ready for the black to be put in. It's supposed to be another warm day today, which is fine. Yesterday and the day before, I left the air conditioner running when I went to work because it's been getting kind of warm, and then it'll cool off about 7:30 at night to about 60 some degrees. But I don't want to leave Molly here in the heat. Alright, so we got all that done. I'm going to try on this one to do a little bit of the black at a time, like in this section. I finish this flower, do that section. And that way you don't save all the black for last, because I've heard that's a pain in the neck, but I don't know. I don't know, not having gotten that far. You know how I am. Isn't that bird pretty? He's so beautiful. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.